Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton, and joining me on the podcast today, again, is my good friend, newsbreaker, lovemaker, Deven. Rall.
2 days. 2 days in a row.
Back by popular demand.
So you just didn't have anyone else to fill in?
No. I mean, your mum DM'd, your wife DM'd, back by popular demand.
So like the basically your whole audience.
Yeah, right, exactly. Today, we'll talk about Tory Lanez because his life right now has gone from bad to worse.
Well, it depends on who you're asking.
Yeah, that's true. Caitlin Clark seems to be getting hated on by everyone. We'll discuss why that might be. Denise Richards, she has a new reality show. She's obviously Charlie Sheen's ex, so Charlie Sheen's kids will feature in the reality show.
Are you interested?
Nah.
That's why it's almost news?
That's why it's in the almost news category right at the end there.
Yep.
But to begin with, Jonas. Looks like he might have a new lady in his life.
And you're a Joe Bros hater.
I'm a Joe Bros hater, yeah.
Yeah.
Why? What of it?
I just, any time on the show that we mention the Jonas Brothers, you just go so hard on them. I don't get it.
I think I kind of resent their success and...
Oh, 100%.
There's something about it where I'm just like, could have been anyone. Could have been me.
But it wasn't.
But it wasn't. So there's pictures of Joe getting pretty cozy with a young lady over in Greece. Mm-hmm. This young lady's name is Layla Abdullah.
Okay.
Did you know we knew who she was?
No clue. I was just getting to know Stormi Bree, dude.
I know. His other one.
Yeah.
And also, Joe was recently getting to know Demi Moore pretty well. They'll connect.
That apparently was fake news, though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So it was like a headline grab, but we had reached. This is like news desk stuff.
Oh, I love it. This is why we get you in.
Yeah. So we reached out to their people, and actually, I guess they like knew the same stylist, and they were just at a lunch together.
It was just one lunch? I thought they were seen multiple times. And
it was one. It was all based off of one photo of them at a lunch table with multiple people.
Well, see, like, this is why we have you on the pod, because now we get to know how, like, the sausage is made.
So we didn't even run the story.
Great.
We didn't even run the story.
TMZ doesn't run that, like, tabloid BS.
Exactly.
But we did run this.
Yes.
So this lady's name is Layla Abdullah. They were, like, in the water in Greece together. Like,
looked nice.
It looked really nice. They were touching each other, caressing, laughing.
And she's like an actress, right?
She's a Lebanese actress. She lives in Kuwait.
Dude, does this guy not give you like relationship vibes, guy?
Yeah, he's like lock him down. I can't see him like having one night stand.
The guy was married and then was with Stormi Bree. Like I was saying, we were just getting to know her. I don't even really know what she did, what she does. Is she a model?
What she did wrong to
end the relationship? But they seem like they were basically like in a very serious relationship, traveling all over. Yeah. You know, we very similar to these photos, and it's like on to the next, I guess.
Well, people don't know where Joe and this Layla met because they might have met on Friday.
What do you mean?
Well, they were pictured at an event on Friday.
These didn't look like two people that had just met, though.
No, they didn't. They were very handsy. So yeah, she's a famous actress. She's got like 5 million followers on Instagram. So I guess she's famous in parts of the world that we're not in.
100%. They look like they're having fun.
She's divorced too.
Okay, so they have some common ground there.
Yeah, she knows a lot of sign language because her parents.
You did a deep dive.
Well,
man.
I mean,
my brother knows sign language. Shout out.
Well, I mean, that's just like.
But he didn't meet her,
right?
He's not with her in Greece.
Her parents are deaf and mute.
Oh,
so
wow!
She and her sisters know like.
Oh, that's crazy. Actually, interesting.
So it'll be interesting to see like if these guys stay together for any period of time, or he's just like bouncing between one to the other.
Yeah, because like I was saying, I mean, I feel like he's kind of like a relationship guy. He gives me those type of vibes. Didn't they used to wear the promise rings and stuff?
Yeah, I think that's what turned me off in the first place. It's hard to win me back if you're.
Did you think they were lying about it, or were you just mad that they weren't having sex with all these girls that are throwing themselves at them?
Yeah, I just thought A, it's lame, and B, it's a waste. If all these girls are throwing themselves at you, you may as well no one was throwing themselves at me when I was about that age. You know?
I mean, did you see photos of you then?
Yeah, I have. It was hard to be
me. It was hard to look at.
Oh, wow.
I'm just kidding. I've only seen old photos of you with you have like shorter hair. I actually thought you looked handsome.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, but I guess you're just going with the long hair.
Long hair now, it's the easiest.
But also, like, don't you think with someone as famous as him, it's like it's hard to just like do these little flings. I feel like any girl you meet, first of all, they're going to be of some like type of echelon, and also it's like he has all the money in the world. Like that's kind of cool. It's kind of a flex that like your flings, you just like, oh, do you want to go to Greece?
It is, but you're right. It's the upside is that you can have pretty much anyone you want. The downside is you always get photographed with them, and also you don't know if they're into you, for you or your fame, and also are they going to like sell the story to sort of some tabloid?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, there's upsides and downsides to being famous. I guess.
Good for him though. I'm getting and poor Stormi Bree, right?
Poor Stormi Bree.
Later, Stormi.
And poor Demi Moore.
They're friends.
Okay, on to our next story. Tory Lanez. He is serving a 10-year sentence for shooting Meg Thee Stallion's feet.
Yep.
And things have just got worse because less than a year into his marriage, actually, yeah, their year anniversary was coming up later this month.
Damn,
well,
almost made it.
Almost made it because his wife filed for divorce. She cited irreconcilable differences.
I hate that word. I'm glad you got to say it. Anytime I say it on the show, I botch it.
Don't you think that the differences are, yet you're in prison, I'm free. That's the difference we can't get over.
But the thing is that they got married, I believe, right before he went to prison. So maybe she thought like he wasn't going to get charged. Or did they already know?
I think he went to prison in September of last year.
Yeah, and I think they got married in June. But was he already convicted? I'm not sure. But regardless, like what if he's like, she's like, oh, maybe he's not going to get convicted. I married him and then,
too bad.
10 years, that's a long time.
That's a long time. And when he gets out of prison as well, he's going to get deported.
Yeah, back to Canada.
Back to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But the saddest part of it all is
Father's Day.
What?
Father's Day Sunday.
Oh, so it's like bad timing.
It's like what a Father's Day gift.
It's going to be very sad.
That's so messed up.
Very sad in his cell.
I know. I mean, because it seemed like they had a pretty good relationship because they share a kid together. He's like
That's the saddest part.
Yeah.
A 7-year-old.
She's been bringing him to the prison doing like the visits with him. So clearly they have a pretty good relationship, but like
up until now, like maybe the visits might stop now. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's still her or the kid's dad. I think it's a son. That's his dad.
Yeah,
he still should get visitation.
I hope so. I hope so. But yeah, man, what a downfall from grace, Tory Lanez.
I know. I mean, hey, I don't really know much more to say.
Well, great wrapping that up, that segment, man.
Well, thanks.
Well, yep, don't know what to say.
This is what happens when you only bring me in a couple times a month, dude. I get rusty.
It's been a couple times a week so far, so let's pick it up, man.
Hopefully this gets a little bit better.
Okay, on to our next story. Why does everybody hate Caitlin Clark? Because she's been targeted for fouls, as you know, you can see, like when she got hip checked.
Mm-hmm.
She was left off the Team USA despite being maybe the most famous, best basketball player in the world.
Some say.
And yesterday she was mocked for sort of like
selling a foul.
Really, for selling a foul. But I also don't think that she sold it that much. I think that the girl mocking her was kind of out of bounds.
Totally. And also it's like, I mean, I watch a lot of NBA games. It's like, dude, these guys do this all the time.
Right.
Sell fouls. And like, I don't know. I just think Caitlin Clark is such in a bubble that like any little thing that happens to her in a game is a headline.
Yes.
Like if this were to happen to anyone in the NBA finals, like Luka or whatever, no one would think twice about it. It's going to happen a ton.
Yeah.
And it will be no story, but like one girl, she kind of sells a foul. The girl kind of like mocks the foul, and now it's like headline news.
And it's a bizarre case because you're right. She's just got all eyes on her, and it must be very difficult to be her under that sort of scrutiny.
Totally.
And it seems as if the other women in the WNBA are not really taken kindly to her. Even some of her teammates who just like don't have her back in any of this stuff.
Like when that girl fouled her really hard, it's like, dude, that's your star player. No one is going to get upset about that.
No, yeah. So it must be difficult to be her. And then left off the Team USA.
I think to be honest, I think she's kind of stoked that she got left off. Because don't you think just like the added pressure, like and I feel like she's just trying to make her way in the WNBA, and like everything she does is a headline.
Right.
Don't you think she wants some downtime and to be out of the headlines a little bit? You think she's leaning into this? Because I don't.
Wait, let me get this straight. You think that you're the best basketball women that the women's sport has ever seen, right?
Well,
and you want to be left, and you want to be left off the Olympic team that's probably going to win gold.
But she's young, so I feel like right now the hype is at an all-time high, and she's under a microscope. And like we're talking about, a lot of the other girls don't seem to like her. Let this die down a little bit, and in 4 years she'll be on the team and can win a gold medal then.
Yeah, but I want to win as many gold medals as I can, Deven.
Yeah, but you also do love a good break.
I do love a good break.
Well, you would love a good summer break.
I would. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, Bill Maher thinks that maybe she's being targeted because she's straight and white.
This is the most Bill Maher take of all time.
Well, I mean,
you kind of seem to agree.
I don't hate the take, and I hate most of Bill's takes, to be honest, because as Bill says, there's a lot of sort of like LGBTQ sort of, which is great.
It's a very gay league. Is that okay to say?
I think so. We're saying it in a positive way.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, there's a lot of black women playing, and he thinks that because this young, white, straight woman,
technically the minority in the league.
I think so.
No, definitely.
He thinks that's why she's getting a lot of this. Why if there was a different situation, and maybe if she was black or she was a minority in another way, maybe she wouldn't be targeted as such.
I mean, I don't, like you said, I don't hate the take, but I think it's just it's much more like a simpler thing. I think people are just haters. You know what I mean? Like, people are just naturally, innately jealous of other people, and they're looking at this girl who, amazing college basketball player, came in and now has all the attention, is getting all the credit for the ticket sales and for the planes.
Yeah.
And I think that, honestly, it's just like they're just haters. They're jealous.
I
don't know if it has much to do with the fact that she's white or that she's straight. I don't know if they really care too much about that. I think it's just the fact that even if like you think she deserves all the credit for all the attention they're getting, I think they're just like, she hasn't like earned her stripes in the league, and this is unfair.
Yes, I think if you're playing Family Feud about why do people hate Caitlin Clark, you go bing and top of the board.
Jealousy.
Yes. Bing, resent her success.
Yes.
Bing is white and annoying.
Now, why'd you have to throw in annoying?
Well, something about her is kind of annoying. I don't know why.
I feel like I haven't even really heard her talk that much.
Right.
That's the craziest thing. But yeah, I think it's just people are haters, man. You know that.
I know that. I am one of them.
Yeah, you're one of the biggest haters.
Okay, on to our final almost news segment. Denise Richards has landed a reality show with her family. So it's going to be with her 3 daughters, 2 of which are Charlie Sheen's daughters too, Sammy and Lola, who are 20 and 19.
No Sammy.
What?
I know Sammy.
You know?
Personally.
You know her from her body of work?
I haven't seen her body of work, but I know it from like the headlines.
Right.
She got into the OnlyFans business. Charlie wasn't happy. Denise defended her. Then didn't Charlie come around on it?
Something like that.
I don't know. There was
unclear.
a huge back and forth.
But it almost seems like these girls have just passed 18. Maybe Charlie was standing in the way of it until they became adults, and now he can't do anything. And this is when they get the reality show.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh, you're saying that's why I get what you're saying.
It's just interesting timing. They turn 18 and now they got a reality show.
To be honest, I'm only interested in this if Charlie's involved.
It's unclear if he will be involved. Hopefully he will.
Is he as crazy as he used to be?
Well, you haven't heard him say like Tiger Blood or winning.
Yeah, I know someone came to his house. We covered a story a couple months ago.
We haven't heard from him much. I used to love that old Charlie Sheen days.
Yeah, I mean, the guy was electric.
He was off the walls.
And it's like him as a dad, like with his daughters now. I feel like that would be very interesting. If he's not involved,
it's not as interesting at all.
I don't really care. Do you?
No, I care about Charlie not approving of any of the things and like just shaking his head at everything they do.
And that being like 19 and 18 and being like, Dad, do you know what you used to do?
Exactly.
Are you kidding me? How can you have any say in this?
So true. You know, one time I smoked a Charlie Sheen used cigarette at LAX.
Like he threw it on the ground.
No, I asked him. I was like, "Can I get a drag of that, Charlie?"
He
was smoking, yeah,
and he gave you a cig.
I actually said I felt bad. I actually said to him like when I got the cigarette, I was like, "I won't catch anything, will I?"
No, you did.
I did, yeah. It just came out. he was
Dude,
like,
that's so
well,
rude.
I know. He was like shaking his head. He's like, come on, man.
After he let you take a drag of
I know.
his cig.
He's a lovely guy.
Are you allowed to do that on the clock? I guess.
Am I allowed to smoke on the clock? You see people standing outside this building smoking all day.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. But they're on their break. You were mid-interview. That would be like me smoking a cigarette at my desk.
That's so true.
I can't do that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Deven. This was fun.
It was. It was.
I might try to get you on for the rest of the week.
You have that kind of pull?
Oh, I'll try my best.
Is Charlie Neff out all week?
I'm out a week next week, by the way. Bad news.
Well, really?
Yeah.
Where are you going to be?
Mum's here from Australia.
Oh, nice.
If you must
tell
know.
her I say hello.
I'll tell Claire you say hello.
Is your dad not here?
Nah, Dad stays home.
Oh, wow.
Got to look after
He
the
was a
place.
really nice guy when I met him.
All right. Well, shout out to my parents.
They're great.
Shout out to Deven's parents.
She was great as well.
Okay. And we'll catch you guys here tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.